Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Like I say in previous streams, and I always mean it, lots to discuss today. Ten Hag, Southgate, strikers, targets, everything. And I'm looking forward to it. But before we get stuck into the video, we already have people in the chat. So hello, Ryan, and hello, Richard. Big up to you two legends. And like Ryan has said, if you are new, please do like and subscribe. Be much appreciated. So if you can like the video and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And again, let me change this around actually because oh my god. Hold on a second. Right, here we go. No, that's ugly. Here we go. That's better. But yes, yeah, Ryan, how are you, pal? Hope you're well. And Richard, hope well as well, and I hope everyone else who's watching as well. I mean, I haven't even spoke yet, and there's a few people in watching. So if you can like and subscribe if you're new, that would be really highly appreciated for me and the United Way community. Richard also says Amari Forson is joining Monza on a free. Again, we will actually discuss about that. Thanks for reminding me, Richard. Sometimes I have a head like a sieve. So yeah, that'll definitely need a bit of talking as well. Which look, you look at like I know obviously I said we'll speak about it, but it's a bit of a shame that we sort of let him go. Obviously you just Ten Hag or whatever, just Manchester United themselves didn't really see Amari Forson having a future at the club. But I mean, remember that he came in last season, played a few games, and look, maybe some would say maybe he should have deserved more time. But yeah, join him on a free. Is it a good or a bad thing? Hopefully, I hope he does well. It really does. But hopefully, we don't regret it. But I feel like you look at Zidane Iqbal, for example, Alvaro Fernandez, Charlie McNeil. You even look at like Menji, for example. Jesus Christ, honestly, I could go on and on and on. Garner. So, yeah. Ryan says he didn't really get a chance, so it is unfortunate. It is. And he also, Richard says it had potential. But Rocky Francis, how you, pal, says he reject the contract. So, again, maybe, I didn't actually see that, actually. I mean, look, obviously, I'll take your word for it. But like, it is a shame, though. It is a shame. But if he rejected it, well, then, yeah. I mean, in a way, I was sort of surprised that we let him go like that. So something like rejecting a contract wouldn't surprise me, as well. But look, I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best, and I hope he does well at Monza and can go on and do good things. But yeah, like I say, he didn't play a whole lot of games this season, but for a player like him, I'm sure he was happy with. Maybe he wasn't happy with the games he got, but I thought if I was him, I would have been reasonably happy. But yeah, another one bites the dust, which was a bit of a shame. Richard says I couldn't get you on Twitter last night, but I was looking for the United Way. Oh, okay, that's a bit weird. Maybe, but I've just had to put it's the United Way. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Honestly, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, again, anyone can just try the links in the description and see if they're working, because if they're not, let me know and I can put new ones in. I can not put new ones. It's hard to put new ones in, but just sort it out, because that can be a bit frustrating when links don't work, because it makes it easy for you and save you time searching when you can just click into a link. So if anyone can just check the links and see if they're working, let me know. Richard says he wanted more game time. Well, yeah, look, I'm sure. Look, yeah, I mean that's probably exactly what he wanted. I'm sure he wanted game time. He's a young lad. A few youngsters have left us over the years who just wanted to get game time, and look, that's understandable. I totally understand that. So look, it was a decision that the club had together. And look, again, I'm sure he did want more game time. I'm sure he did, but like I said, I wish him all the best of luck, and I hope we can try and hold on to a few of these youngsters, because hold on, there is links to the Twitter. Let me have a look at the link here. I'm just trying to check if the link is working to the Twitter. Yeah, it is. So, Richard, or to anyone who wants to follow our Twitter or X, we'll just say Twitter because I'm not saying X. It's fucking sounds like something you watch something else on, doesn't it? The link in the description does work. You just have to go down a bit and you'll see it there. And yeah, and but again, not only Richard, if anyone else wants to follow our socials, the links are in the description. Really appreciate that. I really would appreciate that. It's working lovely. I'm glad the links are working because someone tried to do the links before and they didn't work. So I'm glad they're working now. So that's brilliant stuff. And again, please do like and subscribe to anyone who hasn't already. Be much appreciated. My one's red since '66. Oh yeah, I think I seen Ryan pop up. I seen Ryan's Manchester United channel pop up. I've seen that. My one's red. Right, okay. Let me have a look. I've only seen Ryan's pop up so far. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll check it at the end, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, there's only really one United way on the really thing, so obviously you followed the right one. But yeah, look, we'll move on anyways because I want to get stuck into the news because I want to start off. I know I keep saying, I know we keep talking about Ten Hag and all that, but I'll be blunt. It's probably like it's been sort of been spoken about a lot more than transfer news. To be blunt with you, like you're seeing a lot more Ten Hag news on transfer news. I mean, David Ornstein came out last night and he was talking on Sky Sports, and he said that he honestly doesn't know what the what's going on. He's actually said, "I've given up predicting what will happen. It needs to come to a head." So if you have David Ornstein, who is a very reliable journalist, news reporter, all that sorts of stuff, coming out saying he's given up predicting, well then, if he doesn't know, well then nobody knows. No, I wouldn't even say Fabrizio Romano knows, because David Ornstein is up there. Like he's up there. Like he's up there. He's like he's really up there. He's up there. Like if you probably him or Fabrizio Romano. Again, I sort of believe a few others, but when them two come out talking, well then it must be true. Some even Rob Dawson, Mike Keegan, whatever. Ryan says, watch this manager situation rumble on to next week. I mean, like I said yesterday, it'd be the year 2060, and I'll be still sitting here in my old age saying we'll find out what's going to happen with Ten Hag this week. Like honestly, well, again, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, you say that, but you'll probably be right. It probably will rumble on to next week and the week after that and the week after. Like honestly, you would. Like this club is that weird. You probably you wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it went on until near the end of June. You really wouldn't. I thought we would have found out at the end of May, if we could say, but obviously not. Ron says, I'm getting tired of this waiting now. We are going to be so underprepared for next season at this rate. Exactly, and you've just brought me straight in to what I was going to discuss about Erik Ten Hag. So Erik Ten Hag is grown increasingly frustrated with the delay over deciding his future at Manchester United, with the manager fearing it is impacting on the club's transfer plans. Ten Hag is concerned that if Manchester United intend to keep him, then the club is already in danger of failing behind in this summer's market, and this will impact the prospects next season. Ten Hag has been on holiday, taken immediately after the FA Cup final win against Man City, and is still waiting to hear whether he will carry on as manager. So again, you have Erik Ten Hag, news coming out that he's getting a bit frustrated over, not knowing about his future. Basically, he's living in the dark, Erik Ten Hag, and he's getting frustrated because it's delaying the transfer side of things. And again, I don't blame him. Like, he's a manager who, look, regardless whether you want him to stay or not, he wants to get us back to where we belong. He wants us to be successful again. And the fact that I'm sure I don't think Ten Hag will walk. I think he's just sort of like hurry up, make a decision on me already so I can. But again, it is delaying the transfer side of things. It is like, selling players, bringing in players, looking at players. Like we have transfer targets, but there's nothing about we're talking or like I think honestly I think around this time last year we were Mason Mount was that deal was not far away. About Mason Mount, there was a lot of news about him. It was sort of just battling for price, and we overpaid in the end, but it was battling for price. That's what it was. And then you were looking at like Rasmus Højlund as well, who we were talking about, and a few others. So it's annoying that like this time last year we found out we knew that Mason Mount was going to be in. There was talks about him. It was a money battle. It was a scramble. We didn't know whether he was going to stay or not, or whether we were going to bring him in or not. But it was a lot more solid. You had a feeling we were going to bring him in. I didn't want us to bring Mason Mount in because I didn't get to sign it, and I'll be blunt, I still don't get it. It's probably the only sign that Ten Hag has made where I don't get. Like I can get a midfielder, a DM, I can get a winger, I can get a striker, I can get a fullback, I can get a defender, but play Mason Mount, he plays in the same position as Bruno Fernandes. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Ryan asks, does the transfer window open on Friday? Well, I think our friend Richard said it opens the 14th, 15th. When does the transfer window open? This Friday. It opens this Friday, right? 14th of June. The 14th of June, the same day as the Euros, and it closes on the 30th of August at 11 p.m, which is a long way away, the 30th of August. So hopefully we can have a few signings in by then, and hopefully we know who the manager's going to be by then, because it's sort of, getting a bit annoying, this one. Ryan says, yeah, agreed, Dean. Yeah, look, everyone's on the same path. This Friday, says Richard. Yeah, this Friday. Yeah. So lovely. It's this Friday. Yeah, I think like Tottenham are in talks with like Enesiri, Chelsea, and Elise. Bit of a thing going on there. We're being linked with players, but we can't. But every bit of news is, well, we can't do anything until we know what's going to happen with Erik ten Hag. That's the problem. Like, that is the problem. We can't do anything until we know what happens with Erik ten Hag. We can't, because honestly, if you're like, if I'm a player that Manchester United are interested in, would I prefer to go to them where they haven't got a clue who their manager's going to be, or stay at a club who I know who the manager is and I get along with him? Like, no one, like, would many want to come in to a team who's just appointed a new manager? Probably not. Especially if they haven't got a clue. Like, again, I'm not just saying this because I want Ten Hag in, but I'll be looking at Ten Hag manager. He's won them 2 trophies in his 2 years at the club. Yeah, well, let's go. Let's give it a go. But if you go to a club where some manager is managing, that is ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I know we're in European. I know, look, the Europa League, but it's also the manager that, and well, again, if we give them loads of wages, if we give the player we're looking at loads of wages, well, then we could bring anyone in, then couldn't we? But we can't. It is a bit more news. It is becoming increasingly clear there is no outstanding first choice should Manchester United decide to sack Ten Hag, who has a year left on his current contract. Ryan said this from Ineos is clear signs of what's to come. Indecisive nature that was there before Ineos. The circus continues, says Ryan. Actually, I want to speak about Dan Ashworth, because Ineos, Dan Ashworth. I put up a thing up on Twitter last night on the United Way Twitter, right? And a Newcastle fan, he basically said that him and Eddie Howe, Dan Ashworth and Eddie Howe don't get along. Dan Ashworth and Eddie Howe don't get along. Not like that, but like because there's a bit of news last night that Dan Ashworth would, when he comes in, if he does come in, would like to appoint the yes man, and obviously Eddie Howe is in the yes man, and I did ask him back, and I'm still waiting for a response, because I was literally a couple of minutes before we came live, I basically asked him, should Dan Ashworth be someone that Manchester United fans should be excited about? And if Dan Ashworth wants to bring in a yes man, well then that tells me that then Ratcliffe is going to jump on board. Brailsford is going to jump on board. Barada, Jean-Claude Blanc. So the Glazers love a yes man. You want to bring a yes man? Of course. Look, I'm sure every owner loves a yes man. I'm sure by that. But Ten Hag, it's funny. We wanted a manager. Like, this is what I don't get. We brought in Ineos to improve us, but like Ryan says, like it is like besides even like what Dan Ashworth, these decisions where like when Ineos came in, they were doing things really quick, getting rid of Randall, more tips, so on and so forth, bringing in Barada, Jean-Claude Blanc, all these sorts of players. Like honestly, like it is like, and if this is what the future holds, well then I'm not looking forward to it. Ron says Dan Ashworth bringing in the yes man. I mean, seriously, this is just so poor. It is, yeah. It is 100%. It is, because us Manchester United managers, us Manchester United fans over the years have wanted a manager who is not a yes man and who comes in and lays down the law. But the fact that you get the feeling that Ten Hag obviously is a yes man. Southgate's a yes man. I'd say Pochettino's a yes man. I'd say De Zerbi's a yes man. I honestly, the managers we're looking at are yes men. Like the managers we're looking at or not. Thomas Tuchel, I honestly say he's a yes man. All the managers we've been looking at are yes men. Ten Hag, he's not a yes man. He's not. Kerr McKenna, when we're looking at him, new in this manager sort of situation, he's not going to say no. He's going to say yes. And that's just how it is. Like honestly, like I don't like, we need it. Like you look at Pep, I'm sure when he wants a player, he gets the player. If he wants anything, it's done. Or they come to some sort of agreement. They don't come to him. He basically like, I want this player, I want this, I want that. I want this done, I want that done. He gets what he wants. Top clubs, Ancelotti, Klopp when he was at Liverpool, Pep, Arteta. Yeah, you can go on and on. They're top clubs because they're managers who demand and they get what they want. But let's bring in a yes man who loves. He basically comes in and says, right, we want you to do this. Yeah, we want you to bring in this player. Yeah, we want you to, your style of play, we want it to be like this. Yeah. Most successful teams and managers aren't yes men. And Ten Hag is not a yes man. But like I said, Southgate's a yes man. Pochettino is a yes man. Tuchel is a yes man. De Zerbi is a yes man. You may say it or not, but trust me, I think they are any. But again, you never know. Ron says, I don't think most clubs want the yes man. We want strong leadership. Yeah, we do. We want some. Exactly, we want strong leaders. That's what we want. And if you bring in a yes man, the players will stand all over him, the owners will stand all over him, and the fans will stand all over him. It is because you want a manager who comes in and lays down the law. This is just weak, says Ryan. It is 100%. And Ron says the most successful managers don't have yes man managers. Yeah, exactly. And like you said there, the most successful managers aren't yes men. Yeah, exactly. They're not. Like Fergie. You think he was a yes man when he was managing Manchester United? No way. No way. Not a chance in hell. I don't think he was a yes man. I mean, I don't get it. And like Richard says there, Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson were not yes men. Yeah, exactly. They weren't. And look at them. Look at them, Richard. They were successful. Why? Because they weren't yes men. They didn't dance to the owner's chill. The owners had to dance to their chill. And they didn't get what they wanted, well then get screwed. You know what I mean? Like you look at the new rules that Ineos put in place. Some of them aren't bad, but the others you look at and you're thinking, Jason Wilcox to tell the manager what way to play. That's something a yes man. That's something a manager would do who's a yes man. Certain, the certain players, to give you certain options. That's something a yes man would do. Honestly, like look at back to the successful clubs and managers again. If you think, we'll just put Pep Guardiola back in the question again. If you think the Man City owners came to him, and I know City are cheaters, I know that 100%. But if Jurgen Klopp then when he was at Liverpool, then we'll throw him in because he, hate him as a Liverpool manager, but funny guy. But you think if the Liverpool owners came to Klopp and said, right, here's 3 players, pick, he'd probably say, yeah, you're laughed at. You're laughed at. I want X, Y, and Z player to play in this, and I want this to do this. Honestly, I don't get it. That's what I originally meant. Yeah, I know what you're trying to. I covered it all up there. Look, again, I'm not sure whether I would have made sense of it anyways. But yeah, no worries. Ryan says this is not going to work. If Wilcox is telling the manager how to play, it's so bad. So if Ten Hag is in the yes man, and he says surely he doesn't want to work under these guidelines. Yeah, well, I mean, look, let's be blunt. If you get a job anywhere in a shop or driving a car or whatever, and your boss tells you, right, you can only drive your car around these places and you can only drive your car a certain speed limit. So you're in a 50 zone, but you have to drive at 30. Company. You work in a shop. You're not allowed to talk to I want you to go around and basically don't talk to anyone. Or honestly, I just don't get it. Like if you get a job, that's your job. Your job is to get things back to speed. Your job is to get things back to normal, on track. And then someone comes in and tells you, well, look, this is what you have to do. It's like you have experience driving a car, but they want you to drive a bloody truck. Can't drive a truck. I can drive a car. Well, you're driving a truck. Like, for fuck's sake. Ryan says, otherwise, the 6 actually make him a yes man. I wouldn't say that. I mean, again, if he's, like you said, if he's accepting this, yes man. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't say he's a yes man, but the fact that but then again, you look at it. Maybe he's not a yes man because we're looking at other managers. Maybe Ten Hag is sort of like, well, I came here, to implement my own style of play and bring in the players I think can do well and this sort of stuff. And then they're like, right, well then we'll look around, and if you're the only one, but I don't think he's a yes man. Though I don't think he's a yes man. I don't think he's happy with the rules that have come in. I'm sure he can accept a few, like even the 25-year-old limit. The 25 years of age is the limit. That's the hard. Like, there are good players who are 25 and younger, but like it's not easy to find players like that. Like Brantwaite, all right, Brantwaite's young. Bukarasi, for example, what was he, 27, 28? Like, honestly, Honestly, it just makes no sense. I mean, I just seen Ryan's comment back up there saying Grassy players, I love him. Look at his age. You know, like the age is a bit of a kick in the teeth. You know, because surely we're not going to blow it up. But I wouldn't say he's a yes man. I'd just say he's just not happy. No, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like Tuchel is a yes man. Poch, yes man. Southgate, yes man. Zirkee, yes man. Kerr McKenna, only young. He's not, he's managing Manchester United, the club he's been at before. He's not really going to do it. Ron says, if you're not happy with how the club is operating, do you stick around if you weren't the yes man? Well, again, I can see your point about, is he about the rules and that, but like I said, you wouldn't be surprised if him and if Ten Hag and Ineos are sort of having a bit of a tiff, because Ten Hag wants to bring in the players he thinks can get us back to the top. He wants to have his own style of play. And then Ineos may not have a choice to say, look, rather than just play under your style of play. But I'd rather play under Ten Hag style of play than an Ineos style of play. But then Jason Wilcock is the manager. Ten Hag is just there, there. But I honestly, I don't know what goes through the heads. But Jason Wilcox, what the fuck does he know about style of play? I let him do his transfer business and all that sort of stuff. Like honestly, I really don't get it. Like that should be a manager sort of thing. So obviously they're not happy with his style of play, so they want him to play this style of play, whether that's possession-based football or some boring football like that. And then Ten Hag has another bad season because he's playing under Ineos' style of play. Like Ten Hag could have a decent argument. Well, I got told to play under this style of play, so what you expect? And some of the players probably wouldn't be even happy with the style of play. The style of play we've seen against Man City in the FA Cup final. Give me a bit of that if you don't mind, and add a bit more potatoes on top if you don't mind. Like honestly. Honestly. Surely. Hopefully it's a rule that it's there, but it doesn't have to be. It could be overruled. Like hopefully, I'm sure Ten Hag will have a decent argument, But I know. Look, I'd love to see the style of play we've seen at Ajax, and maybe we will. But if you're going to get told what way to play, well, I don't know. Richard says Grassy will be great. He would, but again, if we're looking at the price, the price, not the price, could you probably get 20 mil for Grassy, to be honest with you. You could spend 20 mil on him, so maybe that could be a good job we could do there. I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind Grassy. Ryan says he would still be an exciting signing. Definitely. He definitely would. And to anyone who is new, actually, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be really much appreciated. We're getting close to 1,000 subs. On this channel, we are going to have Euro watch-alongs, so it'll be, I don't turn much to a channel, but it'll be neutral. I would create another channel, but then that's only trying to build up a community again, and it's just, so I'll have it on this, on Force Watch Along Friday. So if you do like football, if you like, if you have a good sense of humor and you like a laugh, then like the video and subscribe. Ron says this is the thing. What gives Wilcox the right to tell a head coach how to play? Football hasn't gone mad. Yeah, exactly. But how? Like, what does Wilcox know about style of play? I thought it was all about the youngsters and in the transfer side of things, not telling Lamage how to play football. Like honestly, I don't know what goes through the head. Honestly, I put the rules back up on the screen, but it's been feels ages on a stream that had to do with that. Richard says he's a different player from Rasmus. Well, actually, is another striker I want to discuss about Joshua Zirkee, but this Dan Ashford thing, I had to get it off my chest because I really just had to get it done. 7 away from 1,000 subscribers. If you could share the video around, subscribe, all that good stuff, it would be much appreciated. So yeah. Ryan says exactly a different dynamic is what we need. Richard gives another option to change things up. Oh, we definitely need another striker. If we go another season without a second striker, I'm gonna lose my head. I as much as I love Marcus Rashford, I don't want him playing striker. and you can't play Bruno on the false line run all the time. It done well on the back end of the season, and maybe it's something Ten Hag maybe got him thinking that, look, maybe we could do this every now and again. But you know, Rasmus, you know, and like even Rasmus, like you look at Rasmus when he's come off the bench actually near the back end of the season, he actually done very well. Came on against Man City, and I tell you what, he doesn't have a physical battle, but again, having a Garassi there, I mean, yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind him. Do you know what though? There has been a lot of talks about Garassi. It's more been Zirkee, if I'm saying the lad's name right. Zirkee. Fair enough. Zirkee. More about him. It was Sesko, but he's obviously extended his contract at RB Leipzig, so he'll be staying there for a bit longer as well. I was going to speak about Sesko. I would have liked Sesko, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Richard says Rasmus has been good at the Euro. I can't wait to see Rasmus play in the Euros, actually. And speaking of the Euros, I did do my Euros predictions last night, and it will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow will be out. I tell you what, go mad at me all you want, but I was nervous predicting the last couple of games. So please do check that out when it comes out. I'd say I might have it up before we go live tomorrow. So sometime in the morning, maybe 12 o'clock. That's more afternoon, but you get what I mean. I'd love that. I really would love that. Richard says I would take Zirkee. Okay, why do I keep saying Zirkee? It's Zirkee. Like that's a bit like a bit like Easy E, isn't it? I'll if you sign him, I'll have to get used to saying that now. I'll just have to sit, behind a screen a few times pronouncing his name. Zirkee. Ryan says, I can't say I know much about this Zirkee player. Yeah, I mean, look, I can probably say the same. He does look good, though. He does look good. I'm not sure if he'll be at the Euros this year, though, because he's Dutch and he plays for Bologna. I'm saying the name right. He's a striker. He's 23 years of age. It does say on this he's worth 50 million, but I've seen something that he has a £34 release clause, so maybe we could trigger that. Maybe we could trigger the £34 million release clause. I think I stopped there. Richard says he was good in that friendly. How old is he? He's 23. Ronnie says, "Can we look? Yeah, we can. We definitely can." I was but then when I came back, I realised I was glitching a bit, so I'll just have to do it on the phone here. Yeah, I'll do it now. Actually, just to give people a bit of insight about Joshua Zirkee. Maybe we could compare him and Garassi. Let me just put his head up on the screen. So Joshua Zirkee. That's hard to horse the teeth when you say that, doesn't it? Zirkee. If he comes to Manchester United, I'd have to call him like Zirkee or something like that. Zirkee. I know it's Zirkee, but just call him Zirkee. Zirks. Something mad like that. Right. So again, he's 23 years of age. What am I doing? I think did he play for? No, I thought okay. So for in this season in Serie A, he's made 24 appearances, scored 11 goals and 5 assists. He's a centre forward, obviously. He played for Bayern. I think it was 2 years ago. It was a loan. He has a release clause of worth around £24 million. So maybe that's something we could trigger. He has a couple of trophies in his back pocket. A Champions League being one. He won 3 Bundesligas. He's won 3 titles. So he's won most, again, when I say this, he's won most of these trophies with Bayern. So he won a Champions League with Bayern Munich. He's won 3 German champions with Bayern. 1 UEFA Super Cup winner, 1 German Cup winner, 2 German Cup Super winners, and 1 German third champion. So he has a couple of trophies. And this season, he got the Best Young Player of the Year award. So the 2024 season, he got the Best Young Player of the Year award. Joshua Zirkee. Ryan says height. I'll have a look. He is 6'4". It says he's 6'4". That's tall. Rasmus is like? Rasmus is like Rasmus be that height? He's 6'4". He's a joint of a striker who was He was an expert at holding up the ball, and bringing others into play. He is strong at protecting the ball with his back to play, but he is also excellent technically, boasting quick feet and able to move out of tight spaces. So his name is a proper tongue twister, exactly. Yeah, he does actually sound. He does sound different, yeah. But the fact that he's 6'4", like that's tall. That's very tall. That's tall. Like for it's obviously he's a striker, so obviously he's going to be tall. And he's young as well. So like he loves a bit of physicality, which is obviously it's always lovely to have. Again, his contract expires in 2026, so it's a bit away, yeah. Rasmus Højlund height. He's taller than Rasmus. Or is he? Yeah, Rasmus is 6'3". Rasmus Højlund is 6'3". Joshua Zirkee is 6'4". So it's not really that much height difference. An inch. Oh well, he quite a bit of physicality then. Yeah, exactly. Physical striker. He is tall. I didn't know he was 6'4" though. Like in the photos, he just looks 6'4", but there you have it. Sounds exciting now. After reading them out, they would be exciting. But again, obviously, Sky have come out and said Joshua Zirkee is emerging as one of Manchester United's primary targets this summer. United have made their interest in the striker who has a £34 million release clause. Joshua Zirkee or Guirassy? And he has won a Player of the Year award in Serie A this season, by the way. Where are Bologna in the Italian league? Bologna standings. Bologna, like they're not a team that you'd heard about a lot, though, are they? Like, let's be brutally blunt. They finished 5th, so they'll be in the Champions League next season. Bologna. Richard still says Guirassy. Ryan says that's a good price. It is. £34 million release clause. I mean, look, it's an option. Like, it's an option. But like I said, I think we've heard more Zirkee's name than Guirassy. Like, that's we've heard more Zirkee's name than Guirassy. I mean, Guirassy is 28 years of age. He is a striker, obviously. We'll look at Guirassy as well because, like, there's no point talking about Zirkee when we could talk about Guirassy. So he plays for Stuttgart. Oh my Jesus Christ! So in the Bundesliga this season, right? Guirassy 28 appearances, 28 goals, and 2 assists. Whoa! He can also play as a left winger too. His contract expires in 2026. He only joined Stuttgart in 2023. So again, that may be tough to bring him in if he only joined them a year ago. So that'll probably be a bit of an issue. so they probably want a bit more from them. So that may be tough. Yeah, he has. I think he only has one trophy in his back pocket, and that is a German second-tier champion. And yeah, but the fact that he only joined them Stuttgart a year ago, that'll probably be a bit of a tough one. Richard says Guirassy only because of his experience. Brian says they both seem good options, either of them. Ryan says maybe leaning towards Guirassy then. Yeah, I mean after them goals that I've just read out, I don't blame you. We can get Guirassy for 17 million. Again, like that's what I'm saying. Like there's two, like Ryan says, bargain, but like there's there's three strikers there that we're looking at. I wouldn't mind the both of them. I mean, as soon as I read out Guirassy's goals, I was like, holy shit. Again, I know the Premier League is a lot more competitive than the Bundesliga, but scoring 28 goals in any league is impressive. I mean, Haaland probably scored around that as well in the Premier League, didn't he? So yeah, 28, not old, definitely not old. Zirkee. Again, we mentioned Guirassy, but like I said, his name hasn't been really mentioned a lot until Manchester United come out and say they're looking at him. Well, then like we can say, look, let's get talking. But the ball, I wouldn't mind either, because like I said, we're not going to get a high profile striker. Like you're not going to get, because let's be honest, if you do, you're going to have to spend big bucks, and we can't afford to spend big bucks on any player because we haven't really got the money to do so. So that's a reason why. Yeah, like I hope we can bring in a striker who can do a job. But again, we're linked to this, Zirkee, for example, we're talking about Guirassy, but we'll end up signing some ridiculous striker who we've never heard before. We were thinking like a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, it was like a while ago, we were linked to Joselu, who was on loan at Real Madrid, got into the Champions League final now, mind you, in fairness to him. But he played for Newcastle and Stoke City a long time ago. So I'll be leaning to a lot more towards Guirassy or Zirkee. In that case, I think Joselu was, just no. Anyone can do well at Real Madrid. Let's be brutally blunt. Ryan says, I don't trust those in the club to make the right decisions. There you have it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about these strikers and that, but you never know. But like I said to anyone, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to like a parrot. But if you haven't liked the video, please do and subscribe if you haven't done already. It'd be much appreciated. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you can please like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. It really would be much appreciated. So if you can like the video and subscribe, I'd appreciate that a lot. But yeah, and the more people subscribe, the more I want to come on here and talk to you people. So look, Ryan says I've lost faith of Ineos already. I mean, again, like I said, I can see why. I can definitely see why. But look, like I said, let's just sit back and see what happens. Hopefully, they do make a right decision with the manager signings, but they need to hurry up because, like we spoke about Ten Hag at the start, he's getting frustrated because the delay over the transfer side of things, and he feels like it's impacting them when they're falling behind in the summer market. So again, honestly, it was just a matter of time before you start seeing news like Ten Hag frustrated, because the summer and all that sort of stuff. It was only a matter of time. Again, he's probably thinking to himself, if they're going to sack me, then hurry up as well, because I can look at another club, and clubs could come forward for me, just like that as well. No club is going to come for you. No, not many. I can't think of many clubs who appoint managers, near the end of the transfer market, because then that delays that club's transfer business as well. Ryan says it's the way they've gone about with the manager situation. That's what I won't forget, regardless of what happens. Oh, exactly. Like at the end of this, we'd be all sitting here saying, "Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long?" Um, like regardless whether they come out and say sacked or staying, we all just say, "Why did it take you so long? You could have said that a long time ago, but you didn't, and now that's time wasted. It's precious time. Like, right now, it's precious time being wasted. It is precious time being wasted." Ryan says, "I've started your rain in a sour no." I mean, look, I always said when I seen that they wanted to sell the Glazers involved, I know they wouldn't have a lot of money, but like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And Ryan says that Ryan has a good comment there that I want to get to. But before we do so, Richard says, "Yeah, I'm losing faith in Ineos, and I've started to look more closely at their record now, and it doesn't make me that happy." A lot of people are sort of losing interest with them. Me, like, I'm just sort of like, hurry up, because I just don't, get it, how it's taken so long. Like, honestly, it's just not that hard to really make a decision. Like, other clubs have sacked managers and brought them in fairly quick. Like Chelsea got rid of Poch, brought a new manager. Simple as that. It is getting annoying. Ryan also says, talking behind managers, talking to managers behind Ten Hag's back, too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Talking to a manager when you still have him. Like, we still, like, Ten Hag is still much just a manager, and we're talking to other managers. So, Ten Hag, again, like news we spoke about yesterday, Ten Hag he knows, he's saying that. He's aware that Manchester United have been talking to other managers. And like, how will that make him feel? That'll probably, that'll probably slightly damage the relationship with have it in us, because he's sort of thinking, if they do keep him, obviously. So if they keep him, we're like, you keep him, but you were talking to other manager, so that does to tell him that there's no confidence in him. And look, I'm sure I'd love nothing more than Ten Hag to honestly give the two fingers up to Ineos and do well next season and prove the fuckers wrong. And hopefully he does. I'll be confident he does. But they're taking their time. Like I said, it's precious time being wasted. It's precious time being wasted. So they're talking to the managers. Southgate, I don't even think I'm looking at him now, because, the deadline or something like that. It's just not a line. Like, a bit of news there. Gareth Southgate put all contract talks with England on hold until after the Euros, but he has also refused to talk to any club, such as Manchester United, who have shown an interest in him during preparation for the summer. So, luckily enough, we're not going to be getting Southgate, hopefully. So it's supposed to they've moved on there. It should be Ten Hag. That's the manager who should. That's the man. Ten Hag. But like I said, we won't know. You're getting told this week, then you're getting told last week. We got told then. This week we get told this week. So you sort of hold your breath when you see nails, and like, hold your breath. Ryan says 3 people couldn't run a non-league club, let alone one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that they wanted to sell Nice, Ineos. So why is that? Yeah, I mean, look, they again, I don't know what to really make of them. Like, you sort of feel like they're just taking the piss. Like, you get that vibe where they're just taking the piss now, and like hurry up, because then other people will just get frustrated as well. I'm getting, everyone watching getting frustrated, commenting. Other fans that other people that you listen to are getting frustrated. Other people, hurry up, because like I said, it's precious time being wasted, and Ineos are just, like, if they made a decision quick, we can say, right, quick decision, bring in this or whatever. So much for getting our transfer business done quick, and business in general done quick. So much for that happening, right? Honestly, I wouldn't believe that. If Ratcliffe told me, if Ineos told me it was sunny outside, I'd have to get the window because I couldn't believe them. I just couldn't believe them. Really, really couldn't. But it's a shame. It really is a shame how things are progressing at the club. But look, we're going to end the show there. Very quick show. That was a quick hour. Whoa, that's an hour done already. Tell you what, I don't feel like we've been on that long, but we've been on for like 52 minutes, so slightly under an hour. Ryan says, all talk, little action seen from Ineos. Yeah, exactly. All bark and all bite. That's what I say. But yeah, my Euro 2024 predictions will be out tomorrow morning. We'll have a new show tomorrow afternoon, as always. Hopefully we can talk. What day is tomorrow? Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Friday will obviously be, we will have a new show, but then we'll also, will we have a new show? I don't think so, actually. I'll let you know, but the watch along will be on, we'll have the Euros watch along, first one on Friday night. Germany, Scotland, 8 p.m. We'll come on, we'll talk a bit about everything. It just don't want to talk Manchester United. We'll talk about your favourite drink, what's your favourite takeaway, what would you order? Just fun sorts of stuff, you know what I mean? Nothing, just a bit of crack. That's all we'll do. That's all we'll do. So I look forward to the watch alongs, and again, reason why I'm doing the watch alongs on this channel as well, because it could help us grow even more. So that'll definitely be it. But obviously the be be on the United channel, but it won't be the background and thumbnails will all be neutral, if you get me, because I'm looking forward to it. But again, thanks everybody for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already, and do subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Do check out my predictions because it will be out tomorrow morning. And look, thanks everybody for watching. You're all a bunch of legends, and I'll speak to you all on the next one. And speak to you all on the next one. Have a good one.